Welcome back, my beauties, and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So today's set, before doing it, I'm showing the February and March Your Nail Lab in a Box by Markartt. And the reason I'm showing both is because my February box came in the beginning of March. So for March, I changed over to paying for my subscription on the first of the month, so I'm able to get it at a decent time. But I still did want to unbox my February box just to showcase it. And a disclaimer, this box is no longer available, but I have been showing them since about September of last year when I subscribed, so I'm just going to stick to what I've been doing. So the very first thing in the February box were these flowers. And I had some dry flowers like this before from Markartt. They had a kit called the House of Florists that came with the dried up flowers and the clear polygel. So I'm used to these and I really love them so much, and I'm glad that I have more to add to my collection. One thing about the boxes I would like to say is I was so happy with my February box because I saw a lot of unboxings where they were getting different items, being that there was something about if you got your box after Valentine's Day, they changed it to like a blue and green theme, and only if you got it before Valentine's Day would you get the one I'm showing. Well, I got mine after Valentine's, but I was super excited that I got the right box because there were a few key items in here that I really wanted, and I would have been super bummed. I mean, I would have been happy to have the products in the other box, but there are things that I actually wanted out of this box. So also that dried up flower kit did come with those tweezers I showed. And then now I'm showing you some red glitters, and they're just all a different array of shapes and things of that nature. This item that I'm showing next came in both boxes, so either this one or the one that was blue and green. So I would have been set on that. And it is like some charms, some hearts and roses, and I was super excited to receive this. So either way I would have been okay because this is something that I was definitely looking forward to in this kit. Now, I saw that some of the boxes came with the zodiac charms, which they're really cute, but I really wasn't like fully into that, so I was kind of glad I didn't get those. I mean, I would have used them, but yeah, I'm not real big on zodiac, although I do want to do a zodiac series. But I got these chains, and so this one is like a small gold chain with like pearl pieces in it, really super cute. And then the second chain is the exact same, just with bigger pearl pieces in it. And I've seen nail sets done with chains, so I'm super excited to see what I come up with these chains. I won't be doing anything in this video with the chains, but I do look forward to using them. So it also did come with this little card here, and they all come with this, whether it's just from a card or with a collab. And this, guys, is one of the items that I was absolutely looking forward to. So I have about 3 nail palettes, and they're all pretty much the same. So like 2 of them are pink marble, and then I have a purple marble one. But I thought this one was absolutely gorgeous. So out of all of the items in the box, surprisingly, this was the one I was looking forward to the most. So when I saw the other box being unboxed and it wasn't there, I was so sad. Then it came with these 2 gel polishes that I will go ahead and swatch for you in just a moment. And last but certainly not least, it came with this pink polygel by the name of Calla Lily, and it also did come with a clear polygel as well. This is the shade Orange Marmalade swatched, and Scarlet is an absolutely gorgeous red, guys. This is the shade Calla Lily swatched, and I didn't do the clear just because we all know what clear looks like. And so these are all of the items from the February Urinail Lab in a box. And I highly recommend subscribing to this box because you do get quality products. This box here in particular is no longer available, but I do still highly recommend. So now we're going to jump right into the March box that I received. And I received these like a few days apart. And I should have been did this video, but here we are. And this one is featuring Christina Couture here on YouTube. And I absolutely love her. She drew me in from doing like DIYs with like Dollar Tree items and like cornstarch, things like that to do your nails at home. And her nails always come out absolutely amazing with those hacks. It was like mesmerizing to me, like I got stuck on her. So the first thing is this big old bag of false nails, and I'm not going to open them, but they're just the Markartt stiletto half cover tips, and I do have some, so I'm not going to be opening that. This was my favorite item out of the entire box because we all know that I do love butterflies, as you can see by my butterfly ring on my finger. But this is so cute, guys. Do you see this butterfly charm? I love how big it is, although it's not for like everyday wear, but I would definitely rock a set of nails. If I was like going somewhere, I would definitely put these on my nails, and I absolutely love them. So the next item in the box that I am going to pull out are these AB rhinestones. And I like that they have 6 different sizes of the rhinestones because you can never have too many rhinestones. And I do have a lot of rhinestones, but like I said, I can never have enough. This box also came with 2 gel polishes that I will swatch, and most of the boxes do come with 2 gel polishes, so that's a great way to build up your gel polish collection. And this box I have is the Luxe box for $35, and then they do have a regular box for $25, but this is a steal, guys. If you calculate these separate, the items, it's way more than $35, so it's well worth it. I did also get these 2-in-1 acrylics, so it's sugar white and clear. And then I got a cuticle oil. So I didn't see this in a lot of the boxes, but I thought, hey, you can never have too much cuticle oil, so I am excited to have this as well. The last and my most favorite item in this box are these nail decals, and I already have some from Markartt exactly like these, but I am so happy to have more because I was getting low on specific colors and shades, and I was just gonna go and buy some anyway. So I was super excited that they included this in the March box because these are always a go-to for me with nail sets. I absolutely love anything butterflies, and it does come with 8 sheets, so you have more than enough to decorate your nails with. So again, I do highly recommend the Urinail Lab in a box, and it's just a monthly subscription that you can cancel at any time. But I feel like if you're a beginner trying to build up your nail products, this is a great way to go. And this is the color Sky Blue swatched as well as Lavender, and they're both really pretty shades. And these are all of the items that I did receive out of the March box. So it's a really good quality of products every month at your door, and hey, you can do some things with this. So jumping right into the set, I'm starting with my peel off base coat I always use. It's UNT or UNT, not sure how that's pronounced, but I just place a layer of this over all of my fingers, and then I just let that air dry. Once it is dry, I'm now going in with some Markartt base coat over that peel off base, and then I'll cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. So normally a glue does not stick to a shiny surface, and I do have that peel off base on, and I don't want to rough up anything. I want it to stay that way so that the nails come off. So I decided to use base coat to apply my half cover tips, and it worked perfectly fine, and the nails did pop right back off afterwards. So I put just a little bit in the tip, flash cured them on, and then once I got them all on, I did go ahead and put my hand in the big lamp for a full 30-second cure. Once I got them on, I did use my e-file, and I'm just going right where that tip and natural nail meet and just kind of making it flush. So I'm only going over the false nail, not my actual nail, and just making it a bit more flushed. Once I get that set and done, I did go ahead and clean off all of the dust, and now I'm going in again with my Markartt base coat, but I'm only going over my index and pinky, and then I'll cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. So I'm going in with that pretty pink Polygel Calla Lily, and I'm going to start with my index. And for this, I'm going to do a 2-bead method. So for my first bead, I just take and place that bead right down the center of the nail. And then I am going to apply some base coat on top of the Polygel to use as my slip solution. And then I'm going to pat that into place. I apologize for being out of frame, but like I stated in a previous video, I have a different setup. My lighting is much better, but it's different and I'm still not used to that. I have a gooseneck holder for the camera, and it's so stiff I can't get it to work right. So the camera is a bit tilted in my view. It's a bit tilted, excuse me. And so I'm just trying to work everything out. So I apologize for the times that I am out of frame. But for my traditional application of Polygel, I normally just put the Polygel down the nail, and as you see here, I'm just going ahead and just making sure it does cover the tip first in entirety. Once it's fully covered, I then go in and try to go ahead and smooth everything out to fit the shape of the tip. So that's very important to me with Polygel application. When you're doing it, you do want to make sure that you're keeping it to the same shape as the tip you're using, so that when you're done, you have very minimal filing. And it's also very important to try to smooth it out as much as possible to avoid a lot of filing as well. So for the 2-bead method, I don't place that like right by the cuticle. I'm just doing a little above the cuticle, and then I'd keep like a little hump of product there, not too much. I don't want to have it too humpy, but just enough so that when I go in with my second bead, it does help to create the ombre. So now I'm going in with the second bead, and before I started this bead, I did cure that first bead completely for 30 seconds. And so now I'm doing this right by the cuticle, and I take the bead and just kind of make it really flushed around the cuticle as much as possible. And then I go ahead and I try to keep most of the product in the middle of that hump and just kind of smooth around it, but also make that smooth as well. And you'll see that it does make a perfect apex. Once I'm done with this bead Polygel, I cure again in the lamp for 30 seconds. So off camera, I do the same exact thing to my pinky, and I highly recommend the 2-beat method if you're someone that's struggling with making it an apex. It works every time, and they just come out really, really pretty. So now on my middle finger, I'm taking a layer of base coat. And guys, this set was very, very random. I did it Friday night. So it's Sunday today. I did it Friday night, and it was just really random. I knew I wanted to go ahead and get a set out with the February box as well as the March box. And I try to use like products specifically from the box mainly, but I did include this glitter here that I got off Amazon just to give it a little extra touch, being that the box didn't have glitters. But I mainly like to use the products that come in the box specifically just to show that you can create so many, you know, styles with just the one box. So if you're just starting out and you just have these items, it is possible to still make a very nice set. So I basically take the glitter and place it into that wet base coat, and I kind of fully covered my nail bed area just not to show the product underneath. And I wanted to kind of fade it down, but it was just like kind of clumping up. It didn't look bad, but that's not how I wanted it. And I'm now using that same base coat that's already there and one of the dried flowers, and I'm placing that right on the nail. And I absolutely love this color. My truck that I drive daily is the same color as this flower, and this is just one of my favorite shades of pink. And I always used to say growing up, I'm gonna have me a pink car or a truck when I grow up, and I have me a pink truck and I absolutely love it. It's so freaking cute. But yes, this flower definitely reminded me of my truck, so it's kind of like a fuchsia purple, I don't know, but I chose to go with this particular flower because they're flatter. And just from experience, I do know that the dried flowers in the box, if they have like a big piece in the middle, they're sometimes hard to like lay flat on your nail. So I just gravitated towards the flatter ones instead of trying to struggle with the thicker ones. So now I'm going in with the clear base coat, the clear polygel to encapsulate this nail. And I should have did a 2-beat method with this one, but it was really super late and I was kind of like ready to just get this set done. So I just placed it all the way down the nail. As you see, I'm trying to get the cuticle area straight first. And I did use base coat as my slip solution. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pat that all over the nail first, making sure it touches all the sides. And then I'll go ahead back in and smooth that out. Once I do get it set, I do go ahead and cure for 30 seconds. At this time in my video, I always take my time to show all of you my love and appreciation. So I would like to take the time to thank anyone who has watched any one of my videos. It is greatly appreciated. And to anyone that is new to my channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family. And thank you so much for joining me on my nail journey. It means so much to me, and I have so much in store for you all. To anyone that has been subscribed, I love you all so very much, and I appreciate you so much. And I thank you all for always being here with me, sticking with me, motivating me, supporting me, and inspiring me. So I did have to go in off camera and just fill in a few spots that weren't fully encapsulated, but I do like how they turned out. So this is how they look right after just applying them before filing, shaping, and buffing. And then I do go ahead and take a lint-free wipe and some alcohol and wipe down the nails before going in to file. So I kept in just a finger of filing just to kind of show how I do go about filing. So I'm taking this file from the Long Hair Pretty Nails store, and it's 180 grit. I'm using the 100th side, and I'm going to go in on the sides and just kind of get the side straight and the free edge. And then I do go over the top as well, just to kind of smooth everything out and get all of the lumps and bumps off of the nail. So filing is something that I really do need to work on a bit. I mean, I've gotten much better from where I started from, but I do feel like I can do a lot more with filing to make it a little bit better. But with Polygel, I do like to use a hand file as opposed to an e-file, because Polygel is so easy to file, and you don't want to over file. And I used to use my e-file a lot and tend to over file. So for anyone that's beginning, I do recommend you get a nice grit of a hand file. I either use 100 grit or I do use an 80 grit file as well for my filing when I am filing my Polygel when I do the traditional way. So I did take out some of that filing because I do try to take my time and make sure everything is pretty much as good as I can get it. So once I got done with the hand file, this is the only reason why I use an e-file, is just to go around the cuticle and make sure it's nice and flush and there's no Polygel over that cuticle area. I normally use a cuticle bit, but during my recent move, I don't know, I misplaced them. So I'm not real sure what happened to my cuticle bits, and I will be getting more soon, but the sanding band worked fine. And then once I get that set, I do go in with a mini buffer. These are my favorites. And just buff over the top of the nail to remove any scratches that the hand file or the e-file may have made. And here's how the nails look after I file, shape, and buff. And I think I did a pretty okay job. I feel like there were areas that could have been better, but it came out okay. So next I'm taking this beautiful nail palette and the color Orange Marmalade. And like I said, I just kind of wanted to try to use as much as I could out of the kit, just to show you that you can achieve very nice nail sets at home with one of these Markartt Your Nail Lab in a box. So I'm taking my Markartt nail art brush in a size 2, and I'm just going to take that color and just outline the light pink nails with it. And I thought it gave it a really nice effect. So I do end up going in with 2 coats of this. So I do one on camera and then cure for 30 seconds. And then off camera, I do a second coat just to make that color show a bit more. Then I'm taking my Markartt rhinestone glue and I'm going over my index, and I'm just going to place 3 dots there because I'm going to place some of those charms on this nail just to tie it in with the nail set. Once I get the dots of the rhinestone glue set, I then go over it with a layer of Markartt's top coat. And I don't really go over the dots. I kind of go around them and just top coat the nail so that I don't have to go back in and top coat once I have my charms set. So I ended up using both the pink roses as well as the pink hearts, and I just positioned them on my nail how I see fit. And then I'm going to take some pink AB rhinestones from the Long Hair Pretty Nail store and just place them in between those charms because I felt like the nail needed a little more once I did get these charms set. I also flash cured right in the areas of those charms so that they wouldn't move because the top one was a little shaky, and that's how the nail looks. Once I do that, I also do the same thing to my pinky, just alternating the charms. So I use 2 hearts and a rose. And now I'm going in and top coating my encapsulated flower nails, which is my middle ring and thumb. And I was like really in between what to do. I felt like the nail was pretty, but that it needed a little more, and I wasn't sure. So off camera, I kept thinking before I cured the top coat, and I ended up just placing the biggest AB pink rhinestone that was in the Long Hair Pretty Nails rhinestone kit right at the cuticle area on these nails here, and then cured for 30 seconds. This is my finished set. I think it came out super cute, super girly, and the index and ring were, index and pinky were my favorite nails. I also love the encapsulated nails because I do just love encapsulating things. And I just think it came together pretty well. Just something to show that you can do anything. There's no rules to nails, and they came out cute. So comment down below and let me know what you think of this nail set. And if you've made it this far, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you all for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much again, and much love.